So we're here in the Manship Barn studio in Lanesville, Gloucester, celebrating the paintings of Elaine Wing, who used to live just around the corner from here. They're iconic images of Lanesville, Gloucester, Cape Ann. So Elaine now lives in Sante Fe, and when she closed her studio, she gave us all of her work so that we could sell it to raise money for the Artists Residency. So that's what's happening down here on the first level are the works that Elaine has given to us that are for sale. And on the second floor, we have portraits of her friends. In many ways, this exhibition is really about friendship, artists and community, and how we support each other.
When I met Rebecca and came to the Manship, it was my first time here. And when the doors opened up, my jaws dropped. Right away, I talked to Elaine. It's in Sante Fe. And she would call and she'd ask all the time, would have long conversations about the Manships and art and what was happening here because she had been following the creative economy and the initiatives that I had been involved in. And halfway through the 10 years, she let me know that she wanted the artwork, her collection, to come to the Manship and make money to support the initiative because it was so important to her and to the artists and to the community.
Hi, I'm Ken Kinna. I work here at Manship Artists Residency with Rebecca and Joanne, and we're here today to take a look at Elaine's work. And I have to say that the one thing I wanted to point out, we had a band here last week, and we had her artwork in the back, and maybe we'll show you some footage of that. But it's just so beautiful to have her work in the back because it's just so vibrant and playful and beautiful. And of course, this one is my favorite because it's got this kind of artistic-looking gentleman in the back with his blue glasses and the cat. And I'm a big cat fan, so this is. I had a cat named Brody, and he reminds me of Brody, so I'm going to see if I can get the person who owns this one to sell it to me instead. But I was trying to pick up a painting. They look beautiful, and they really look really nice in the back of the work we were doing. So anyway, come to the show, and thank you Elaine and Joanna and Rebecca for putting on another wonderful art show. Okay, we'll see you soon from Manship. Bye-bye.
My name is Lois Ferraresso. I am Elaine's niece, and I couldn't wait to come see it. I have a poster, I'm going to call it a poster, that she did for everybody in my family. She has a hat on, colorful, the whole thing, as you can imagine, okay? And she's standing there pointing a gun. And so we all got them, and my mother, who was 40 years older than I, she goes, "What am I supposed to do with this, okay? Mom, put it up somewhere, you'll like it." And my sister and I both have it in our houses, hanging up in our houses. And when I heard again 2 nights ago that this is what was going to be at this art show that I was coming to, I was thrilled.
You were thrilled because we're celebrating Elaine?
Yes, and I want to just see what else of hers that I can connect with.
She was always a unique aunt. She was our father's baby sister. When I was in college at the University of Connecticut, some of my college friends, we came to Boston, and we decided we're going to stay in some fancy hotel. Of course, they took one look at us and said, "I don't think so." And we were desperate, so I said, "I have an aunt, she lives somewhere here," and I don't know how I had the phone number, and I called, and basically speaking, she was like flabbergasted we were there, and she said they were living on Dartmouth Street, and the gallery was on Newbury Street, and she opened up the gallery, and we slept on the floor in the gallery. This is a self-portrait that she had made posters out of it, and it says Elaine Wing, it was whatever gallery in Sante Fe, and on it says, "To Linda with love, Elaine," and she gave these to my sister, my brother, my mother, and I. We all have them hanging at home. Auntie Elaine, your work is unbelievable. I've seen some of it in the studio, but not like this. They have done an incredible job. Your work is incredible. Of course, I'm fond of the poster you gave us all with the self-portrait of you. And I hope you're doing well. And the place that they are displaying it is just perfect for your work. It is just incredible.
Last time I saw Elaine in Sante Fe, about 15 years ago, she was telling me that she had just applied for a job.
Okay.
And on the job application it said, age, whatever, religion. And she answered weather, which I thought was like the most intelligent thing I've ever heard anybody say. So that's to me, that's who Elaine Wing is. Oh, Elaine, it's been a long time. Hope you're doing well. Hope you remember who I am. Anyway.
Elaine is just an incredible spirit and just someone that makes you really feel great when you're around her. Brings out the creativity in you, I think, through her. And it's just a really inspiring sort of person. Happy to have had her in my life for a number of years.
You can talk right to Elaine here. She's with us now.
Then she knows that story. It was when I went to visit you in Santa Fe. My brother was living in Albuquerque, and I was driving up, and when I got there, you said that you had made a painting of me, and I happened to drive up in a red car with a striped shirt and a brown jacket on, and strangely enough, the picture that you drew of me was...
Oh, wow, look at that.
as if she had known what I was wearing.
No. Yeah.
Her vision of me was exactly what the car I was driving, the shirt I was wearing, and my jacket I was wearing.
Uh-huh. So you have this painting?
Mystical. Yeah, I have it in New York.
Oh, that's nice. My favorite musician in town, of course, Willie, is right here on the show.
You want to talk about Elaine?
We want to talk about Elaine. What do you think? We got something
I
about
met her
Elaine?
when we got to Gloucester in, 19... When did I move here? 79?
79?
No, 97.
97.
So I knew her for a few years here. And, mostly like hanging out with Henry Farini. She's just part of the whole crew of cool people. And then she went down to Santa Fe. I got friends down there that knew her too, Paul Shapiro. And she's a great artist. She's a great person.
I met her back in the early 70s, and she was always her own person. She was very wise. I wouldn't put her in the category of, how witches are wise or shamans are wise. She's her own kind of wise, and her art is marvelous. I love every single one of the pieces I see here. I love you, Elaine. I have fond memories, and I hope all of your memories of me are as fond. I can't imagine they're as fond as mine, but I have wonderful memories of you, and I hope you're well.
I love this picture right here. It's got the most beautiful colors. It's got this sense of calm. It's just gorgeous to look at. I think what she does with warmth and color and texture says a lot about who she is as a person.
I think I met Elaine in 1975.
Wow.
She was living with Paul Wing. We were in the art colloquium that we got some grants for our artwork, and we worked out of Salem. Elaine and I were such good friends, and I actually worked in her studio for 6 months.
Where was that?
In Lanesville.
In Lanesville.
And it was and her studio was Young's Farm, and it was the old milk house where they did all the milking for the cows and everything. She had an incredible imagination. She could put together anything in about minutes. She made me lunches every day.
Oh my goodness.
She's the sweetest. Elaine, I love you. I wish you were here.
Elaine and I always had a good time together. Elaine brought over a bottle of vodka and said I had to learn how to drink. I was living on Mount Vernon Street on Portuguese Hill, and I'd known Elaine maybe 20 years at that point. So I drank straight shots all evening. But I was at home, so I didn't have to drive back to Lanesville like she did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you all ever paint together?
No. We all did our work on our own. It was always, a very quiet process. I think you have to be alone in order to paint. You can't really paint with other people.
And how did you meet?
I met her in labor. I was doing home birth at the time, and I had my first child in Brookline. And my old boyfriend, who I was dear friends with, Jimmy showed up. I was in labor, like the first hours of labor with my second daughter, 1977. And it was February. I know the exact date. I don't know the exact hour, but it was late afternoon. Anyway, Jimmy and Elaine walk in, and of course Jimmy was always ready to party. And Elaine understood what was going on, and they didn't stay long. But at that point, Elaine and I kind of bonded, and, we knew that we were going to see each other again. And quite a few years later, that arrived.
Now, were you also in the colloquium?
With Joanne and Celia and David. But Joanne is responsible for all of us being in the colloquium and having great times.
What would you say about her paintings? How would you describe them?
Colorful. And also a bit emotional. Controlled emotion. Elaine has a very definite way of drawing. She doesn't leave much to the imagination. It's right there in front of you. The way she uses color, line, her expression. Elaine, all the times in Sante Fe, in Gloucester, always be remembered. You are the incredible person. And your work is living on. It's wonderful.
Hi, Elaine. I haven't said hello.
We miss you. Come back to Gloucester
Hey again,
soon.
We love your paintings. I never saw these.
Spooky.
I knew
Little
Elaine
too spooky.
from back in Gloucester in the day. We were friends, and she was an artist then, and a lot of my friends knew her. She was part of the community, the artist community up here. And I was like, how do you know her?
Yeah.
That's definitely based on that window.
Lanes Cove. They had a modern house there, and a lot of people would hang around there, and we would hang around down there too.
My mother and father would let the kids know it was time to go to bed when this lighthouse turned on.
I didn't know her work, and I really love it. Most, especially the landscapes, just jump out at me, and I like them a lot. Thank you, Elaine.
Just rooms and rooms of paintings, and so much color everywhere. The whole house was a piece of art.
Do you remember her house here?
Oh yeah, very well.
Remember the floor? Wasn't it blue?
Yeah, bright blue.
You didn't know if you were walking on the sky or on the ocean.
Yeah. And I remember there was a pair of bright red heels in the window.
Oh, how do you remember that?
I know.
Wow.
I know. I don't know how. But
she wore high heel sneakers.
Elaine is collected by the Cape Ann Museum and is very well respected, is considered one of our great Cape Ann artists.
Thrown to the wind.